All right, what's up, everyone? It is January 6th. It is Monday, and start of a new week, 1 week closer to my race. So the goal this week is going to be pretty much cutting back a little bit. I'm just kind of trying to maintain the running right now. I had a pretty tough couple weeks. I went 58 miles, 61, and then 73 last week. So yeah, I definitely upped the mileage the last couple weeks, and so these next probably one or two, I'm going to cut back a little bit, go down to about 40, maybe 35, 40 miles, somewhere around there, really hammer the lifting and get back on my diet. So again, the goal for this week is going to be, or the goal for the next probably 8 or 10 weeks is going to be cut down the calories, get into about a 300, 400 calorie deficit, and lose weight at a pretty slow pace. I just don't want to lose too much muscle. I want to be able to run the race at about 180 pounds, but I don't want to be, skin and bones. So yeah, I'm going to try and lose a little bit of body fat, get down to about 180. So the meal for this morning, I got eggs, a little bit of sourdough. This one I put it on a different setting, got really burnt. Yogurt, strawberries and blueberries, and I had a coffee this morning before my lift. So all that's going to be about 850 calories, about 60 grams of protein. So good start to the morning. I got school off because it's snowing. It snowed like 14 inches, so no school for me today. And yeah, basically I'm going to try and run about 6 miles every single day. That should help my diet be a little bit more stable so I can eat about the same amount of calories every day. So yeah, for the next week, about 6 miles a day, get my lifts in. I'm lifting about 5 or 6 days a week right now. My lift that I just did, it was more like a pull day. So upper body, it was back, biceps, side delts, and rear delts. And basically how I structure it is that whatever I'm trying to really emphasize, whatever muscle, I will hit first. So like right now, my rear delts and side delts, I want to emphasize getting those bigger. So I'm hitting those movements first. So my first movements are any type of, rear delt pull or a reverse fly or some type of lateral raise to hit all my delts. And then I get into more of the biceps and back. So that was my lift today. I'll show you a little bit of what I did in some of my videos. I didn't get everything, but I got some of the workout in there. So there's that, and I'll see you for my next meal. All right, here's my next meal. It is about an hour before I'm going to go run. I got a couple pieces of sourdough, a little bit of hummus on those, and then I'm going to do a little bit of non-fat, plain Greek yogurt, a little bit of protein powder, and some peanut butter powder all mixed up. So total, it's about 400 calories, something kind of light right before I go run. All right, just got done with my run. I was inside today on the treadmill because it's icy out. Got 6 miles in. 9:26 pace. Average heart rate was about 122, so it's in a zone 2, so it means pretty easy pace. That's going to be the story for this week, is staying around 6 to 7 miles a day, probably finish around 40 miles, and yeah, keeping it nice and easy, get my legs back under me this week after a tough 3-week stretch, and then I'll probably start upping it again, getting after it until the race. So I had another coffee, another about 100 calories, so should be around 1,400 for the day, and I'll be back when I get my next meal in. All right, I'm back, about to eat dinner. So this is my first dinner. It's called a mush bowl. If it looks terrible, it's not, trust me. I make this almost every night when I'm cutting, and all it has is cauliflower rice, which is an absolute hack, half can of beans, 2 eggs, a little bit of chicken, you can substitute for beef, and then It's got a little bit of non-fat plain Greek yogurt. So overall, that's like 600 calories and 60 grams of protein, and it's a whole big bowl of it. The key is the cauliflower rice, because it's like 1/4 the calories of regular rice, and there's a ton of it. So yes, it's gonna taste like cauliflower, obviously, it's in the name, but if you can get past that, this is an absolute hack. So between this, I've got another dinner that I'm gonna eat in about an hour and a half. That is potatoes, ground beef, that's like 93.7, and some veggies. That'll be about 700 calories and close to 45 grams of protein, somewhere around there. And then I will have a dessert at the end of the night. There's a Ninja Creamy, highly recommended. And it is 250 calories and 25 grams of protein. So at the end of the day, I'll have somewhere around probably 2,900 to 3,000 calories and about 210 grams of protein. So good day of eating, first day of the cut. Yeah, it'll be pretty easy this week to eat because I'm running only like 6 or 7 miles every single day. And what I mean is, like, if I were to run 20 miles one day and 0 the next day, one day I'd have to eat an absolute ton. Next day I couldn't eat very much. So that just makes it a little bit harder when I can be consistent with what I'm eating like today and what I will do for the whole week. That makes it a lot easier to manage that. So that is that. Yeah, it'll be a little bit of an off week with the running, only gonna do about 40 to 45 miles, and really focusing on the eating and the lifting. One thing too, I'm gonna show you what I take every day. So it's regular creatine, doesn't have to be flavored, any of that BS. All it is, just regular creatine. About 1 scoop of that's like 5 grams. Multivitamins, it says women's, my mom got the wrong one. You know, it's the same thing. Anybody that makes vitamins puts the same stuff in it. So there's your lesson for the day, and fish oil. So take 1 or 2 of those, doesn't really matter. Yeah, so that's what I take every single day, and yeah, hopefully I can do a couple more videos this week, show you some more days of what I'm doing. So yeah, thanks for watching.